everybody to our primarily, we really are in the beginning phases, the pre-launch phases of it. Man, some more amazing updates today from Mr. Barnaby. And so, the heavy promotion, we just want to keep the community together, keep people going until we actually go live with everything. And alongside, we want to get that content up. We want to really get this on our YouTube channel. So when the videos get up, let's share that, okay? Can we commit to sharing it, watching it, letting the world know what's coming? Because I believe, especially with some of the things that transpired today, I mean, man, this thing is just, every day it's just getting crazier and crazier. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to the CEO, founder, and great friend of mine now, father, entrepreneur, trainer, just an expert in crypto and in the DeFi world. Let's spend 30 minutes with us and really break down what crypto is, the basics. We're in the basics right now, right? You get to that DeFi level where you're earning on the yield every single day. We got to learn how to use a wallet properly, right? So we got to learn these basics first. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Mr. Barnaby Anderson. And again, Mr. Anderson, thank you for all you do. And I just can't wait till we really got that official green light to just go crazy with what we have here at CFIRE. So hand it over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. James Wiggins. And it's great to be here with everybody tonight. Welcome to tonight's CryptoIsFIRE CFIRE training. We're going to go through some of the basics because that's what tonight, as James was just saying, before you can run, you got to crawl or walk, get your balance. And here we go. Just some more people joining tonight, which is great. So welcome everybody to this CFIRE, CryptoIsFIRE.ai introductory training night. And we have multiple trainings, and plus you get access in the back-end platform when you become a member, which you can even do for free. And so whoever invited you to CryptoIsFIRE, to CFIRE, get back to them, get their referral link, because everybody can refer if they want to. You don't have to. If you want to refer this, it's a nice way of sharing the community, and there are great rewards for people if they want to do that. And so yeah, just register. You can set up a free account, and we've got multiple levels of training that I'm going to walk you through the back end, give you an insight into how it all functions. And and James was just he was just saying that it was great. I've been working with James for years now. He's a great guy, a great partner, a great person to work with, and it's just been a lot of fun, especially in these amazing circumstances we all find ourselves in, this critical moment, one could actually say, in maybe even in human history. These economic times are they're unprecedented. They're unlike anything any of us have ever seen. So on that note, let me just start the screen sharing and jump in. Hopefully you can all see my screen, and that's the homepage there of CryptoIsFIRE.ai. Why did I call it that? So basically, it's an acronym of FIRE, financial independence to retire early, or financial independence, resilient earnings. Depends how you want to spin it, because that's what we're here. We're here for the resilience. We want to build your finances to be resilient and working for you 24/7. And also, who doesn't want to retire early? I know that I've had the great pleasure. I've been very fortunate. I did work very hard to spend the last dozen years traveling all over the world, working off my laptop. I have actually been in tech as a tech entrepreneur for 30 years. Yeah, I got into software in the early 90s. So I've actually been in software for more than 30 years, but I cut my teeth on the very beginnings of e-commerce back from February of 95. That was when I switched from just regular software and pivoted directly into all things e-commerce, which has led to the building of this sort of ultimate platform of mine. And so yeah, in those 30 years, I've kind of been part of everything from e-commerce to app development, and obviously now blockchain and DeFi especially. So we're going to go in the back end in a minute. And I'm going to just, this is the homepage here. You can just dive into this. You're seeing that we're going to keep on adding more and more material. This is a preview of the back end. This video here, like basically you can come and watch that video. That's going to be kind of quite similar to some of the stuff we're going to look at tonight. It's an 17-minute video that walks you through what you get in the back end. We've got an amazing calculator here for those of you who want to start getting excited about the kind of returns that you can be making, and just a lot more material here to go through. There's here are the core packages, and there are testimonials of people, because this has actually been running for over 18 months, basically more than 2 years now, actually, with people in the program, families living off it. So without further ado, when you actually get to the site, what you'll do as a member, remember you can sign up for free. You'll basically come over. You can either click this button here, get started for free. Just click that and just punch in your name and email address, and you'll get access to the back end. And when you do that, you'll come to this login page here. You just type in your username or your email address and your password, click login, and you land on a page similar to this. This actually happens to be the ignition, the fourth level here, which costs, it's $1,500, $1,555. And this is actually what gives you the actual steps on getting passive income. So that's why it's a higher level package. And so you start to actually learn the specifics. You get taken into daily passive income, not just the theory of it, but what are the platforms that will generate that? And so how does that look? Well, you click on the start the course and you go in here, and you can see there is a wealth of material. This is at the fourth level, right? So not the free level. The free level, actually, you systematically go through this. At the free level, would you believe you get not only everything here in the welcome section, which has got 20 lessons, you get access to the AI systems in here. So with the access to over 100 lessons, even at the free level, you get this incredible AI chatbot that I affectionately call CryptoIsFIRE, like a Zephyr. And so because of CFire, it's a play on that. So Zephyr, it's like a sort of souped up Chat GPT style, where you can basically come in here. It's all trained specifically just on crypto, blockchain, DeFi. So you access that in that second group here. And also inside here, in this section, are the recordings. So you can come in here and click on the webinar. So all like tonight. And that's going to be a library that's going to keep on growing week upon week. The recordings come into this section in here. And then in here, you've got 35 lessons on, like, well, what actually even is crypto? How does Bitcoin work? So when you click on what is Bitcoin, it opens up this whole section in here, so that, because I'm sure some of you even have questions, like, how did this all get started? Like, Bitcoin's been running, would you believe it, for like 15 years. And so there's like so many, actually, we've actually just even added a whole other 8 lessons in here. So actually that takes it up to over 43 lessons in this section. What you're seeing is that every week, the lessons are going to keep on growing and expanding. And this is essentially just month 1 of this whole new version of CryptoIsFIRE, of CFire. And even though it's been running for across the last 2 years in closed beta, where people were learning and earning from DeFi, now we've launched it to the public. All of you can participate in this, even at this free level. And so you have inside here, dozens of lessons just in this section on what is crypto, what is Bitcoin. And so most of these, they're quite short. Some of them are longer. So it depends. Like, I'm just going to show a couple of minutes of it, or not even, I'm just going to open up a couple of them so you can start to see, because they also have all this incredible text lesson underneath them. So I've crafted all these lessons with both videos and all this text for you to walk through, so you can start to understand more about it. And then most importantly, all of them connect up to your own private AI chatbot that is personalized for you. So anything you want to know about Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP or trading charts, but the AI grows with each level. So whatever is included in the lessons on here on the left-hand side, that's as far as the AI can go. So it's trained on that material. So I'm just going to show you the kind of, like an example of one of the videos here.
I think it is utterly fascinating And we don't know the creator of Bitcoin. Who made Bitcoin?
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Satoshi Nakamoto. So what could possibly be the motivation for us not knowing who this is? His disappearance is what really solidifies Bitcoin's decentralization. This guy actually gave humanity something for nothing.
Why did you plan now? But you're
David appears to stop me.
it's not clear. Well, see that he's another two calls on the bench. It's already kind of
Satoshi opens a portal into cyberspace. Once your eyes are open, you see it all differently.
Money has not generally been regarded as having anything to do with journeys into the non-material realm of the spirit. It is generally believed.
So you can see that's just one example here. But what if you want to, let's get a bit more technical. So I'm just going to go down and go something, really quite technical. We're going to click on this one, the cryptographic hashing function. So this is going to be completely different on what you just saw there. So there's really a wide selection here of an incredible amount of trainings to walk you through. So let's have a listen to this one here.
Do you know that the passwords you create on most websites are not actually stored on the website servers in a text format? As you may know, many people use the same password for multiple accounts on many websites. So your password is stored on a website's servers, and then these servers got hacked. Then the hacker can access all your other accounts with the same password. So to protect users from hackers, most websites store users' passwords as hashes. You may be wondering, what is this hash and how do you log in if your password is stored like this? Also, what does all of this have to do with crypto? Well, you will get answers to all these questions in a minute. But first, welcome to Cryptobi.
So that's an example there. I'm just walking through to sort of give you a snapshot into, like, let's also have a look at this one here. So I've basically captured even some of the more recent powerful speakers out there. Like probably Michael Saylor would be the most prominent. And maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't, but he's basically the big revolution. Revolution what here, maybe.
Thank you. Thank you. What an awesome gathering of Bitcoiners. I am delighted to be here in Nashville, a city known for music, a city known for freedom, and I'm honored to follow Senator Haggerty and address you today. Today, I've decided to use slides. And for those of you who've seen my presentation, some are with slides, some are without slides. I got a lot of good comments on the ones with slides, and so I figured the best way to make this presentation better was more slides. So number go up, and with no more delay, I want to talk about the Bitcoin revolution. And I also want to talk about rebuilding our global economy with digital capital. The world, as we know it, is based on 20th century ideas.
Boom, I'm just whetting your appetite here, guys. If you're getting excited about, you want to dive into some of this content here, it's all inside. Can you imagine? I've spent basically the last year building out this entire system. I'm just going to show you a couple of others. Obviously, Bitcoin being the foundation of all of crypto, it's really important that you understand it. So have a little, I'm just going to give you this little smattering of some of these lessons, because some of this stuff is deep and very powerful. And this one here is basically a complete documentary. That's 90 minutes. Obviously, we're just going to go into the very, very small part of it. But you can start to see, even in this free level, this is the free level of CFire, that you're getting access to all this content in here, all itemized, all access to the AI that you can go through to find out exactly, they probably can pause it. Something doesn't make sense, you can rewind. You can open up chatbot, ask, hey, what did that mean? And really just go as deep as you want.
Fast forward.
What happened?
So President Nixon in 71, August 15, 1971, took the dollar off the gold standard so we could print more money, so we could steal your wealth. And the reason that he decoupled gold from currency was to pay for the Vietnam War.
The dollar will dramatically lose its purchasing power. The more they print, the more it gets diluted. And, with Bitcoin, you just can't do that. And so people who understand, the concept of money supply being the driver of inflation, then they'll understand why Bitcoin is superior.
So a single politician with the ability to print money can turn employees against employers, can turn the customers against the vendors. They can turn every industry against every other industry. They have people rioting in the streets. And typically, the people don't realize that it's the government that's created the distress, and they blame the shopkeeper or the policeman or the person in the streets for causing their problems. And so you have unnecessary violence, you have human tragedy, businesses collapse, families collapse, people lose their lives. And it's all because the economy is, in essence, collapsing because the energy is being drained out of the currency.
There has been so much damage caused by broken money over the last 50 years, and more people are feeling left behind.
Wow. It's powerful, right? So you've got everything from that, which is, I think, very important that we start to deeply understand what this means for our lives, for our economy. And, but it's not just about the big picture, which is great. You want to get emotionally impacted and radically inspired to progress and move forward. But we also need to go into the minutiae. Yes, some of the boring stuff, this technical, what seems like, geek material. You have to become the owner, taking full responsibility of your finances and your wallets. So how this CryptoIsFIRE works at the back end, you get access. When you've purchased your membership, you can click and actually open up each of the sections that you have access to. So you get these credits, and you can see here that this is the ignition level, which actually has access to a huge amount of over 400 lessons. But even at that free level, you get 100. Each level gives you an extra 100. So the first section that we were just looking at before drills deeply into Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. But now you also, even in that very first free level, as James was pointing out, you get access to the critically important aspects of wallets, how they function. You can see in here, there's over 60 lessons that are much more technical. To give you an example, I'm just going to play a couple of minutes or maybe a minute just of this one here, so you can start to get a feel for what does this actually mean in relation.
Whether you decided to trade cryptocurrencies and go all in, or you are simply a beginner who wants to buy some tokens and hold waiting for them to explode, you will need a crypto wallet to store your cryptocurrencies. Actually, a crypto wallet doesn't store your cryptocurrencies at all. It just stores your public and private keys and use them to sign transactions. If you are confused and don't know what that means, watch this video where we will explain what is a crypto wallet and how it really works. What are the public and private keys, the different types of crypto wallets, and what is the best type to choose according to your specific use case. Keep in mind that this video is by no means a financial or an investment advice. Wallet is a digital wallet that allows you to store, trade, send, and receive any cryptocurrencies you own, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Just like your traditional wallet that allows you to store your cash. Crypto wallets can be in the form of a software you run on your computer or smartphone, a browser extension, or in the form of a physical device. A common misunderstanding here is that many people think that cryptocurrencies you own are stored inside your wallet. Crypto wallets only generate and store two important pieces of information: your public key and your private key. The public key is your wallet address, which you can give to people to send you money. It is like your bank account number or your PayPal email address. You can share it safely with other people to get paid. The private key, on the other hand, is like the PIN to your debit card or your password for your PayPal account. You should always keep it private, and if you share it with anyone, he can control and spend all your money. So, if you lose your private key, you basically lose your money. You no longer can access your wallet, spend, or transfer any money from it. A private key is like your digital signature you use to sign or approve transactions from your wallet. You can create multiple public keys linked to the same private key. Also, you can recover a public key if you have the private key, but it is impossible for someone to generate your private key.
Okay, guys, you can see, I'm going to leave this here, this part, because you can drill in. Free members even can access all those lessons I've been showing you, and even more. Like we drill into not just the general, as you're seeing there. Like that first section is all about, well, what even are crypto wallets? So you can see there's like, well, what is a Web3 wallet? What is how does it work? How does an Ethereum gas work, etc. But we go into specifics around, because there are literally hundreds of wallets, and there's a handful that are great, that you ought to start using. And for example, the Rabby wallet here. And so now people learn in different ways. Some of these lessons here are quite detailed, like even like 19 minutes, 10 minutes, etc. Depending on how far you want to go with it. And you can speed them up. You can come in here and you can speed up the timing on the lesson. Or maybe you're somebody who likes to learn with text and you want to read, all the specifics here, because the lesson is broken down step by step in the text here. And again, as I was saying, if any of these points don't make sense, you have the Zephyr chatbot personalized for you just here, that you can ask anything about any of these lessons. You can even combine the lessons. You can personalize the lesson just for you. And so there we have even just the first sections. And then we go into, once you upgrade from the free level and you want to go to the next level, which is, it's under $10. It's crazy. There's the whole other macroeconomics and everything about money. We've got like around almost 80 lessons in just the next section alone. And so the free level, you don't have access to this. I'm just giving you a snapshot. Like it basically progresses. You can see here that because I'm at the ignition level, which is 1,555, because why is it valued at that? Because across a year, you can actually specifically start to generate passive income. And we also run regular classes along with access to this. Like I've already built out close to 1,000 lessons in the entire back end here. And so you can really empower yourself. But if you want to cut to the chase and you just, you don't want to go through, hundreds of lessons, you can just ask the chatbot exactly what to do. And it will say, these are the key steps. And just look at this, these top 3 lessons here and watch those videos. It's going to be that specific for you. And, but maybe, you want to go in here and you want to start to understand how money itself, actually works. Like there's just a lot of material in here. Like even this one here, like who controls our money? Like how does the economy actually work? This stuff goes deep. I've really sourced incredible material in here. So I'm just going to play a little snapshot of this one.
You want to take off the bills. Pick up with something kind of around the fire, the blind eyes open when the rocks open from providing gentle giant shining on the track, soft back up, releasing them, put it on wax like that.
Welcome to another Cold Fusion video. I'm going to start this video off with a quote. Henry Ford once said, "It is well enough that the people of the nation do not understand our banking and monetary system, for if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning." I quote this because it encapsulates the fact that the contents of this video may be unsettling compared to the videos that I normally make. I still feel compelled to make this video because I've been exploring the financial world for the last 4 years and it's definitely given me a more complete view of the world. I want to share some of what I've come across with you guys. I'm also going to do a video about cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin in the future. And to understand why Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies may continue to rise, it's critical that you understand the contents of this video. I hope that you find this topic interesting and that it inspires you to do your own research afterwards. Now, with that said, let's begin.
And then you know, I let the rest get going, then I can go with flow. I get the best at strong stuff.
So who controls all of our money? It's a simple question. We all know that you and I don't control it. Our employees don't control it. The companies that they work for don't control it. So who does? Where does it even come from in the first place? I'll give you a hint. Money does not come from the government. It's a seemingly obvious question that's never asked or taught in schools for some reason. Unfortunately, most people's lives are basically dedicated to money. It's all people ever worry about or talk about. We go to school to learn basically how to go to university, to learn the skills to get a good job so that we can trade hours of our lives, all for this thing called money. So why wouldn't you want to know where money comes from and who issues it? Today, in this very special video, you're about to find out the answers to the question of who controls all of our money. People today can tell something isn't quite right with our financial system, but they just can't put their finger on it. Some people think it's the failure of government. Others think that it's the failure of capitalism itself. This video should clarify a few things. The year is 1694, and England had just suffered through 50 years of war.
We're going to leave it there, guys, on that one. We've been going for about half an hour on this intro into the background and to give you a snapshot of what's included in the CFIRE and the CryptoIsFIRE backend, an introduction to wallets. Hopefully you've learned a few points there. I'd love if James wants to jump back up and just maybe he's got some questions or some pointers or anything else we want to discuss or look at.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I'm really ready to get even more educated. I mean, I'm somewhat educated in crypto, but I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I have not even respected what you've been working on for the last 18 months. And I'm being straight up. You know, one of the things that I really want to say, you know, over the last maybe 6 to 8 years, the reason why I haven't had to work is because of the basic knowledge that I have of crypto. I mean, extremely basic. But imagine really taking what you have spent the last couple of years putting it, and we really dig deep, and we really get serious about it. And I hate to say it, but our economy is looking terrible. And you know, when you really understand the higher powers and the ones to be, when you're looking at how much money have left the stock market, and you look at how much money entered the crypto market, and you look at what the government is really excited about, it's crypto. It's crypto. And either, you know, it's just like the cell phone. Just like I remember when the microwave came out. I remember this big old giant thing came out, and I'm not touching that thing, and oh my God. And now people can't live without a microwave, right? And what we have here, we need to share that. I mean, if you agree with me, type a 1 in the chat. Like literally, honestly, anybody on this call, who can you pick up that can really give you that level of information in cryptocurrency? Because everybody wants to know about this. Everybody wants to learn this. And we have to respect this, because honestly, I've made a fortune on it. And I've been able to leverage it. And when you really understand how you can leverage crypto, Barnaby, which I don't think people really understand. I know I got a good friend of mine on here, Joe Ash. He understands you. I mean, as well. I mean, we've been running for years together, off and on, and dibbling and dabbling in crypto, and a lot of other individuals on the call. But I just want to say, Barnaby, you know, and let me back up. This wasn't free. If you remember, I see my brother Camille on here too. when we got started, there was no free levels. And I said, Barnaby, we need some free levels because people don't understand. You said, well, James, you know what? For those that want it, they're going to pay and get the information. And now we have something free that I honestly begged and grinded and flea bargained for, because Barnaby understands people respect what they have to pay for. And sometimes we want to give away knowledge and want to give stuff free, and people don't respect it. And in fact, even though it hasn't been free for me, I haven't respected it at the level that I will respect it now. And that's kind of why, honestly, Barnaby, I've been like, man, go through it, show us, click the videos, because the way I seen it, because you can go to YouTube, right? We've tried to go to YouTube. What are you getting? A bunch of anything. You don't know what is what source, where it's coming from, who's what, was why, and to be able to be guided all the way up to where, even if you say, you know what, I don't want to learn, but I want to get into the DeFi space. You can start getting in DeFi and start earning yield immediately. I mean, this is extremely powerful. So that's really what I wanted to say, Barnaby. And I don't know if anybody else wanted to share, but I really just had to voice that.
Thank you so much, James. I love how enthusiastic, how inspired, you are in all of our calls. And I just, maybe before we wrap up, maybe somebody else might have some questions as well, but I'm just going to drop a little teaser for what we were discussing today, because it is just pretty, so exciting what we have in the wings. We have been mentioning it, how what is coming in the back end implementation that will really be the true ignition of this entire platform, what's going to light the fire. So yeah, all this incredible training, all the specifics on generating daily passive yield, daily passive income, all in here, the specific platforms that, come along on Thursday night. We walk through that. Plus you have access to over 80 lessons just on that one topic. But we also have an entire CFIRE wallet, your own digital wallet that will connect with your own CFIRE bank account and even your own CFIRE MasterCard, all with crypto, a digital wallet that connects with a fiat dollar bank account, with a spendable debit card for all people all around the world, where you get to be a CFIRE affiliate that have your earnings get paid to you inside your wallet and into your new dollar-based bank account, all connected. So I just want to drop that in there because we have got that. It's being put together at the moment, and it's coming around the corner. So, James, I don't know if you want to jump in and just say anything about that before we wrap up tonight, because maybe somebody else has got some questions, but I just think that's going to be super exciting. It's going to really be where the rubber hits the road, where you can take these learnings and turn them into real earnings if you feel like sharing it, or maybe you just want to make the money off the DeFi. But James, what do you think about this whole back-end system that's coming out?
Well, what I know, or what I want to say.
Well, let's keep it cool.
I'll keep it cool. All I know is what we have here, no one has in the world at the moment. And if you understand centralization and decentralization, you'll understand. That's I mean, I can't even say too much more other than that. Just imagine a true crypto banking system. That's all I can say. You literally will be the bank. You'll be your own bank. You'll have your own control. So, and this is a big, literally, this is a super big deal that has been in the works, but has completely been officiated today, I should say. I mean, without getting myself I don't know who's listening, so I'll leave it at that, Barnaby. But I'll talk to you offline. And you know, I can talk to you offline, that's for sure.
Love it. Yeah, we're I mean, we're not gonna. It's coming. We've got. Hopefully, you're excited enough by what we're showing you tonight. But just so that you know, I mean, that's not even talking about the trading bot, other automated systems. This is the whole game here. What could be more important, especially at this time? Look at what's happening. It's April of 2025. What is going on in the country, around the world? Where are people at? It's pretty obvious, right? And we have something that can not only change lives, this could actually save lives.
Yeah. Hey, just one question, Barnaby. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. This is James Guy, and I missed your last meeting, and I was told that the back end for members that already signed up, you would have to give us access. Is there an access code or a password or something that we need to get into to access the back end?
Yeah, for sure. So all the members, there's a login with your email address and the password. And all you do, if you've lost your password or if it was changed, you can just go, if you go back to the beginning of this call, when you just click on the CryptoIsFIRE.ai website, and there's a login button. There's a login at the top right hand corner, and then it says here, this button, lost your password. That's another way of saying password reset. Password reset.
Got you. Okay. All right. Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. Any other questions? I mean, we're going to leave off the ones about the full banking system. It's a big deal. It's around the corner. But for now, dive into this training. Share this if you're wondering about wallets. If you're wondering about how to read trading charts, especially about the DeFi passive income that's generating phenomenal returns, like over 1/3%, which might sound kind of trivial because it sounds like a small amount, but when you actually look at I'm just going to quickly show on the homepage here, when you go down to the calculator, how even just by taking $2,000 and adding a savings of $35 a week, which is like, it's not much, like less than 150 a month. That's crazy. This is over 25 months, so 2 years, you turn that amount, $2,000, into $40,000 and $132 daily income. That's what we're teaching here in CFIRE, in CryptoIsFIRE. Access to that. Now, we are not recommending, there's no financial advice here. We always say that. It's in the terms and conditions. We are purely education and entertainment. And there's no recommendations on what would happen, or neither should you, if you were, it gets kind of ridiculous, as you can see here, when you change some of those figures. We are not recommending that you do that, but you can play with this calculator, as you can see. Maybe, James, you want to wrap up the call? I think it's been a great night.
Well, absolutely. Well, first of all, want to, absolutely thank everybody for coming out. So please join us this Thursday night. Our members that you will get notified. That is our private yield training this Thursday night. If you're Ignition or higher, you will be part of that training, the Ignition level. So you will get a notification.
Absolutely. That was it, guys. I think, James, you went on mute. It's been super tonight. Thanks, everybody, for joining. This has been recorded. It's going to go in that section in the back end up here, where when you remember, you can come in and you can click on the webinar section. So hopefully you'll be, if you're not already part of the Ignition level, join right now. Come along on Thursday as we dive deeper and you get access to all these trainings and all these recordings. Thanks, everybody, for tonight. It's a real pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all on the next one.